my friends. It is me, Cosmo. And tonight, we're going to be continuing with reading some more of my Calvin and Hobbes complete collection. Truly, one of my favorite things. A treasure, to be sure. If you haven't watched the first one, I would recommend doing that. But if you have, welcome back. It's been a little while since I did the last one. But here we have Calvin and Hobbes sitting under a tree, relaxing, much like I hope you guys are on this fine weekend. Of course, it's fall. You can tell by the color of the leaves, but it's a very pretty scene. I always appreciated Bill Watterson's art style. So, we're just going to be looking at the second book, flipping through it casually. That's a nice word, actually. Flipping through it. Anyway, it's got a lot of pops. But anyway, and, maybe reading a couple. But this is a bit of a, video that I want to do, because I love these books so much. These were my childhood. I've said this before. These were what inspired a lot of my imagination as a kid. I really do sincerely believe that. So let me get the second book out. This is a very, very heavy case. Alright, here it is. Really funny, because Calvin and Hobbes are making like zombie faces or something. They're acting like they're the Walking Dead. Or, I guess, the Living Dead. See, do you see what the show's done to me? This is really cute. I mean, it looks like they're planning something quite devious, but still cute nonetheless. We have this nice piece of art. Calvin, imagining himself as a spaceman. I believe his name is Spaceman Spiff, I believe. We'll have to see. Got more art. Here, let me move these. Let me move everything in. So, yeah. Hobbes bouncing on Calvin. As soon as he walks in the door, which is a common theme. It's a lot of fun to get to see all these artworks. It looks like we get a lot of them too. Is there another page of it, or is that it? That's it. So let's see. I'll take a look here. This is the first one in the comic, or in this book. I'm going to be the next Houdini. Tie me to this chair and I'll escape. See, Calvin's imagination is always so wild. He always does so many things as a kid. It always inspired me to try things too, even if some of them were not so fun or naughty. Not that I was a bad kid, but still. So Hobbes is tying Calvin knots tighter. Don't make it so easy for me. Tie my feet, too. Whoa. Alright, let's see you get out of that. Ah, the great Calvin can escape anything. Calvin, dinner time. Hobbes says, should I tell her you're tied up at the moment? I'll be out of here in no time. Gosh, I can't even move. Well, he is tied. You can see he's wrapped and wrapped and wrapped in strings, so it's kind of funny. That would freak me out, though, being that tied up where you couldn't even move. Your dinner's getting cold, Calvin. So this, every once in a while, they'll do these, and they're like a continued story. Like this one goes into this one, which 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 goes into this one. I don't know if they continue like that. I don't know if there's more. No, that's it. But yeah, you can kind of see. I don't want to read the whole comic solely because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. I don't know exactly what the copyright laws are with comic books. If you know, let me know. Because when I Googled it, it was kind of all over the place. I like this. So then they'll do these really big colored single page ones. First, there was nothing. Then, there was Calvin. Calvin, the mighty God, creates the universe with pure will. For from utter nothingness comes swirling form. Life begins where once was void. But Calvin is no kind and loving God. He's one of the old gods. He demands sacrifice. Yes, Calvin is a god of the underworld, and the puny inhabitants of earth displease him. The great Calvin ignores their pleas for mercy and pleas for mercy, and the doomed writhe in agony. There we go. This font is kind of weird. And then snaps back to reality here. And then it's his dad saying, have you seen how absorbed Calvin is with those Tinker toys? He's creating whole worlds over there. I'll bet he grows up to be an architect. Sure, maybe. I think he's just having fun destroying things. I used to do similar things with my Legos back in the day. But we'll skip around a little more. So we'll actually blast through a couple pages. Looks like and that's the other thing with these comic books, with these complete series anyway, is they actually follow the seasons. So like right now, I don't really know. It's obviously fall. You can see he has like a fall jacket on. He's got his jacket here, so it's clearly fall. And then if I skip ahead a little bit, it's winter now. And usually what happens is by the end of the book, well, you can see we're winter again. I'd be interested to see if there's any summer. Looks like not. I think I'm being proven wrong. Well, no, here's summer. So wait. Yeah, I think they might go over multiple seasons, which is always funny because there's 4 of these books. They all do that, but Calvin is 6 years old through the entirety of all of them. Which is funny. But, to never grow up, apparently. Anyway. This whole Santa Claus thing just doesn't make sense. Why all the secrecy? Why all the mystery? If the guy exists, why doesn't he ever show himself and prove it? And if he doesn't exist, what is the meaning of all this? I don't know. Isn't this a religious holiday? Yeah, actually, I've got the same question about God. Fair enough. I like this one. So there's the running joke that in the comics that the dad always reads the exact same book to Calvin because that's all Calvin wants to be read. So this one kind of plays off of that. Here's a box of crayons. I need some illustrations for a story I'm writing. Can you draw something besides... wait, no, you can draw something besides tigers, can't you? Sure, leopards, pumas, ocelots, you name it. Here, Dad, read this story tonight. I wrote it and Hobbes illustrated it. Okay. The dad who lived to regret being mean to his kid. Calvin says, what are you pausing for? Keep reading. Barney's dad was really bad, so Barney hatched a plan. When his dad said, eat your peas, Barney shouted no and ran. Peas. Barney. Barney tricked his mean old dad and locked him in the cellar. His mom never found out where he'd gone, because Barney didn't tell her. There his dad spent his life eating mice and gruel. With every bite for 50 years, he was sorry he'd been cruel. The end. Amazing. That's a good book. You know how a lot of stories have morals to them? The dad, I get it. It's pretty funny. These comics always make me laugh. And they always make me smile. Which is part of why I love them so much. They're clever and yet deep sometimes, which I appreciate. This is when Calvin decides to become a tiger. You can see he's dressed up as a tiger. Because he doesn't want to be a little boy anymore. Because being a little boy, I think it's because he needs to clean his room. Amazing. It's probably this first page. If it will actually, separate. Sadly, some of these pages do not, are kind of stick. I've kept this in very good condition, but every once in a while something happens. Hold on, let's try this. There it is. Got it. Hey, Calvin, guess what? It's a very... Oh, wait, guess... No. Hey, Calvin, guess what time it is? Why? What time is it? It's a very special time. Oh boy, what time is it? Do you really want to know? Yes, tell me, quick, please, yes. It's your bath time. Oh boy. You know how old people always write to Dear Abby, complaining that their kids never write, call, or visit? Those letters really crack me up. It's pretty funny. So it's actually not homework, it's he doesn't want to take a bath. So he figures if he can become a tiger, then he doesn't have to take a bath. The logic. Here's another full art one. It's very cool looking. The T-Rex. It's Calvin's pretending he's a T-Rex and he's chewing on a what? Triceratops, I'm guessing. Yeah. And then just shows that he's just burying his face in his food. And then the end is the terrible Tyrannosaurus resumes eating, mortified that someone might see him. He's eating with a fork and a knife. It's pretty funny. This one's fun too. Despite that amazing display of cunning, reflex, and physical prowess, your tail still has a death grip on your butt. Could you stop the room, please? I'd like to get off. It's pretty funny. Absolute classics. The This one, look, we got two of these all in one. And like I said, honestly, the artwork is pretty impressive. Like, it all looks pretty good. Like, Watterson definitely had a way with, here we go. I want to see a Spaceman Spiff. What's his name? Spaceman Spiff explores the outmost reaches of the universe by popular request. But yeah, I always liked the Spaceman Spiff. I remember it inspired me too. Like, I used to go play when I was a young kid. I used to go pretend I was a spaceman too. And I had a little dart gun. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little like suction cup. It went just like that. Probably because I wanted one just like Calvin's. Okay, so this is a balloon takes Calvin up. And this is what I mean. I love these little adventures that Calvin goes on. Like, he's just sitting there with the balloon. This probably just goes to show something. But I sure don't know what. Alright. There's quite a breeze up here. I'm really moving. There's the river and the town triangle. Hey down there, my name is Calvin. Tell my tiger Hobbes I'm blowing away on a balloon. Can anyone hear me? Tell Hobbes he can't read my comic books just 'cause I'm not around, okay? Oh yeah, tell my parents what happened too, alright? Hello? Hello? It's fun. Uh-oh. I'm heading into a flock of ducks. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me, gangway. Beep beep. Boy, if looks could kill. It's fun. I really, so it actually shows you the I think this has got to be the print date. July, so these were July 4th, 5th, and 6th of 1988. That's cool. So this was in July. In 1988, oh, a time. What a time to be alive, I'm sure. Look at this. So this is July 18th, 19th, 20th of 1988. So let's skip a ways, just so we can actually look through some more. Because of course I could spend an incredible amount of time doing this, but this video has to be fairly short, as I am pretty busy today. Oh, this one is where Calvin has the hiccups, and they try to cure it. It's pretty cool. I love these ones where it's just Calvin and Hobbes taking a walk. I remember this is a longer one, and it starts with Calvin trying to drive the car or move the car, and he just ends up, the car just rolls out of the driveway into the road and then into a ditch, so him and Hobbes, they run away. You can see, they're climbing a tree. The mom tries to find them. Regardless. When you wish upon a star, your dreams come true. I wish I had a cool $1 million right now. Don't we all, Calvin? If Jiminy Cricket was here, I'd scoosh him. Fair enough. And don't hurt Jiminy Cricket, though. I love this one. I remember this one very well. My stomach's growling. I think it's time to eat. of hydro weaponry. I can see the fear in your eyes. You realize that I can get you 3 times wetter than you can get me. Throw your balloon, and your utter sogginess is assured. I, on the other hand, can act with impunity with 3 balloons. I fear nothing. Catch. Hey, don't. My arms are full. Ah, sploosh, gish, splash, swoosh. We superpowers have it tough. Maybe you should stock up on brains instead. Ouch. But, anyway. Look, here's another water balloon fight. I love the water drawing there. That's such a great drawing. You probably can't see it very well, but it's awesome. It just like spills over his whole head. It looks very real. And I love these. I really do. August 27th of 1989. Came out in August. It's crazy. But, anyway. There we go. So that's this one. Obviously, there's so many. And I could go over them in more detail if you guys really want, but I figure it's just a fun thing to flip through, and it's a very, big nostalgia trip for me. And I'll read them all. I read them all the time. I'll look at them for fun. I love this. They're like bandits or something. Or no, they're playing Calvin Ball, I think. That's why they got the masks on, and they're singing the anthem or something. I can't quite remember, but there is a reference here. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you're having a nice weekend. I've got a big roleplay planned for tomorrow, assuming everything goes well. I am very busy, and my roommates are not home. So I am taking care of the entire place, which is actually more work than I thought it would be. But it's okay. And I'm also seeing my roommates, so I'm driving to where they're staying, which is a different house. They're house sitting for somebody. And then I'm coming back over here and fixing stuff up, and then I'm going back over there,